Christian Horner is officially no longer a Red Bull Racing employee, as the former team principal and CEO has agreed to a severance package worth up to, wait for it, $100 million, according to therace.com. On top of this, Horner is understood to be allowed to join a different F1 team next year, but only after the season has already started. Horner was dismissed by Red Bull Racing after the British Grand Prix and replaced by Lauren Mekies, who stepped up from Racing Bulls to become the new team principal and CEO. Horner was immediately linked to teams like Ferrari and Cadillac, but the Italian side quickly extended Fred Vasser's contract, while Cadillac publicly shut down all rumors. The race speculated that teams like Alpine and Aston Martin would be the most logical landing spots for Horner if and when he returns to F1, although he certainly will never have to work again, given he'll be paid out up to $100 million over the next 5 years. Crucially, he will only be allowed to join teams after the 2026 has already started, according to reports. So, what team do you think should be looking at Horner? Let us know in the comments. A remarkable moment at the end of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix saw Lewis Hamilton crawling across the finish line as he attempted to let teammate Charles Leclerc pass, but the two Ferrari drivers just mistimed it by half a second. Hamilton has apologized and vows it won't happen again, but also states it was not the end of the world, as it was only about P8 and P9. The Ferraris had swapped positions on lap 44 as Hamilton was on fresher mediums, with Leclerc allowing his teammate to go past and have a go at the DRS train in front of him. Hamilton couldn't muster an overtake on the Lawson Tsunoda Norris train, however, so Ferrari instructed the 7-time champion to give 8th place back to Leclerc on the final straight of the final lap. Hamilton slowed down significantly, but still finished ahead of the Monegasque driver, who himself said he does not care about finishing 8th or 9th either way. Still, Hamilton vowed it won't happen again and added the following. Quote, "Firstly, obviously I was quicker in that moment of the race, but Charles was gracious to let me by. At the end, I got the message really late on, and I was like zoned in on the car in front of me. Even though there was like a 0.0001% chance of passing, I was still hopeful maybe. And basically I did lift on the straight and did actually brake, but he missed it by like 4/10. That was just a misjudgment by myself. I'll apologize to Charles. At the end of the day, it's only 8th and 9th. McLaren didn't win the Constructors' title in Baku on Sunday after all, but the Woking-based team pretty much has it wrapped up anyway. I'll explain why as we have a look at the Constructors' standings now. McLaren are on 623 points, a whopping 333 more than Mercedes, who have overtaken Ferrari for second place. For the championship to stay alive after Singapore, however, Mercedes will have to make up 31 points on McLaren, or Ferrari will have to make up 35 points on the Papaya Orange cars. Needless to say, this is extremely unlikely to happen, especially since Singapore should suit the MCL 39. Anyway, down below, the difference between Mercedes in second and Red Bull in fourth is just 18 points, making for an exciting battle for second. Meanwhile, Williams are now on 101 points, getting triple digits for the first time since 2017. Racing Bulls are 6th on 72 points, leaving Aston Martin in 7th and Sauber in 8th, while Haas and Alpine bring up the rear. Well, that's it for today's news video, but don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow morning with the next one, so look out for that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and peace.